Hi, my name's Joel Freed. I'm the owner of the Eldorado Cafe. I'm here with Esme and Renee, and we are going to be doing an updated version of the Threadgill's Yellow Squash Casserole, or San Antonio Squash Casserole. I fully admit that this was based on Beulah Wilson's recipe, Eddie Wilson's mother. We've updated it a little bit, and I fully confess I'm using a lot of my mother's recipe. So Beulah and Eddie, no offense, but to get started, we are going to melt a quarter cup of butter in a saute pot, and we're going to let that melt. And once that bubbles and the bubbles subside, we're going to throw in the squash. We're going to saute that till it's tender. All right, we've got the butter nice and melted. We're going to put 2 pounds of yellow squash, 2 pounds of green squash. You can see that we've cut them in half. We've taken the seeds out. They produce a lot of water and get the casserole a little bit mushy. And we've cut them into half moons, about a ½ inch thick. So we're just going to throw those in the pot. And I like to go ahead and add my salt right now. I think it builds a layer of flavor. So we're going to be putting in 1 teaspoon or 5 milliliters. Give that a nice stir, get everything combined, lathered in the butter. We'll start cooking it. And what we're looking for is just soften this up a little bit. It's about to go in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes, so it doesn't have to be fully cooked, but you don't want it raw. This is going to take about 5 minutes. You're just going to want to kind of give it a stir every minute or so. Make sure that everything's cooking evenly, nothing's burning. And you're distributing the butter and the salt amongst the vegetables. You can see that the water's starting to release from the squash. It's getting a little bit soft to the touch. I think we're ready to add the 8 ounces of cream cheese. And, ½ tablespoon of sugar. Just kind of livens up the flavor a little bit. We're going to stir that down and cook this until the cream cheese is melted and is well distributed amongst the vegetables. That's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and grease a 9x13 baking pan so that nothing sticks to the sides. And we're going to keep stirring this so that the cream cheese mixes into the vegetables real nice. All right, we've got our cream cheese nice and melted. Looking like a sauce covering all the vegetables. We're going to turn off the flame. And we're going to pour it into this 9x13 oiled casserole pan. Distribute it nice and evenly. Now comes the fun part. We've got 2 cups of crushed Ritz crackers. That's going to be part of the topping. You could get away with about a cup. I like the crust. I think it's the best part, so I always put a little extra. And we're going to follow with some sliced blanched almonds. We're going to do about a ½ cup there. And then a ½ cup of pepitas. Going to cover it nice and tight with some foil. All right, so we've got it nice and covered. We're going to put it in a preheated 350-degree oven. We're going to put it in there for about 25 minutes until the sauce is bubbling. That's why you know everything's cooked, hot, and ready to go. All right, so, ta-da! We're going to go ahead and pull the foil off. You can see it starting to crust up there on the corners like a beautiful lasagna. We're going to put it back in just to top off for about 5 more minutes, get everything a nice golden color. All right. And this is what we're looking at. I find that this is a great side for any kind of family get-together, especially Thanksgiving or Christmas dinners. If you're charged with bringing a potluck to the family supper, always a great selection. We all enjoy and have a great day. Thanks a lot for coming by the Eldorado.